This conference will now be recorded.
So B and I Brass came in, and they honestly, you know how you get stuck in your own little world and you forget that there's a whole other world out there and you're just used to what you're used to? Yeah, so that happens to them virtually every trip, and I have to bring them back into reality. That, things out here are not exactly as they look on a computer screen back at headquarters. Um, so they were in a little bit of a shock day one. Um, but the fact that you guys had so much passion and desire to learn, and them finally understanding
Come here.
you're doing exactly what you needed to be doing based on what you had been told in the first place. Um, they were really impressed by the time that they left as to your guys' ability to help the chapters going forward. So I just wanted to let you know that not only were they impressed, but I was definitely impressed, especially having not met most of you. I'm really appreciative of the passion that you have for helping chapter members. My biggest focus as regional director now, the term interim has been taken off. They just haven't officially, so it's me.
Congratulations.
Barbara officially has to listen to me a little bit now. My main focus is I want everything that we're going to implement for chapters and help them do is going to benefit them. But as you guys know, you're on the ground floor doing this with the chapters. Every chapter is different. Every literal person is different. Every chapter has its own culture. I want them to see us as a benefit and not as, I never want it to get to the point that we're like, hey, how come you're still doing I don't want to harp on the fact that they're saying CEUs in the I have moments. If that's the one problem that we have, we are the luckiest in the world if that's what we get to focus on. I don't want to focus on stuff like that. I want to focus on getting people bought into building relationships, getting them to work together as a team. And if we can get chapters working together as a team, all we have to do is convince their leadership team, president, vice president, secretary, treasurer. If we can get them to be more bought into the system and they can roll it out, we're not going to have to worry about the rest of the chapter. We're going to get to lead and our jobs will be easier because the members won't be asking us questions. They'll be asking their leadership team, which is where it should go. So that is my total focus going forward. I don't want everybody calling you and Barbara with thousands of questions. I want people to be able to be more self-sufficient and people to understand that B&I has all the resources that they need. And the more that they plug into it, the better that their business and referrals will be. Hopefully that's what you guys want. I'm pretty sure it is. The semantics of it is going to be the hard part because we are going to be going through, as you guys are assigned your trainings that Barbara gave you, please definitely make sure you go over the ones because you're just going to need it. You won't be able to facilitate the meeting if you don't go over it. It just physically won't be possible. You're going to find stuff that you're like, oh, that's new. You're going to find several things. That's not the way we used to do it. And that's fine. That's just, it is how it is. And we're just going to be okay with, since it is a lot of new stuff, I don't expect everyone to memorize it. And in 2 weeks, we give a quiz and everyone has to get 100% on it. So I want everyone to relax and everyone just do their best and there's no pressure. We have to put on a good training because these leaders are counting on us. But if we have to not answer a question because we have to find the answer, I guarantee you there's going to be at least 1 or 2 questions during the training you ask me and I'll have no clue what you're talking about. So don't feel like you have to know everything. I am much bigger on culture and an attitude of helping the chapters. I don't want to get stuck on one stupid little rule. If you're a rule person, I apologize because that's going to be difficult. So, what are your guys' thoughts so far? Like, I'm curious as to what you guys are hoping to accomplish by the time October 1st gets here. Karen, do you mind if I ask you?
Sure. What I'm hoping to accomplish by October 1st is that the new leadership teams that come in feel comfortable with their roles and feel comfortable with some of the changes. And like you said, that they actually see this as a benefit. They're going to know more about what's expected of them. And I hope that they take away from it a sense of pride that they actually get to serve as part of the leadership team.
Good. That's excellent. I want them to actually look forward to your visits. Does Kathy or Karen, I mean,
Mhm.
do you have any chapters that are like, oh, we want you to visit more?
No, I have one chapter who actually asked me not to come as often. And they, bless their hearts, they try to spin it positively by saying, we know you're busy and you have to travel a long distance and we really don't have any questions. And I just came back and said, but I want my time here to be value added with you guys, and that's the reason why we're here. So if there's anything I can do, please, I want to come and visit with you. So they've not said that recently, but yeah. But no, I haven't had any of them say, can you come back next week?
Got it. Well, I'm hoping this is going to be the first time a leadership team that's incoming is going to be able to see that we have resources to help them. I don't remember that ever being presented that way to chapters. Barbara, would you agree with
No,
that?
I
Yeah,
would agree with that. I think it's going to be a lot more hands-on than it has ever been.
cool. Kathy, what are your thoughts? What do you want? Hold on, let me turn off notifications. What do you want to accomplish by October 1st?
I like Karen's answer, and just to be able to see leadership and myself to really understand the product we have and be able to just seamlessly move into new leadership and just everybody begin to trust the system and trust the leadership that they know what they're doing. You know.
Cool. Because up until now, if somebody said, hey, do you guys know what you're doing? Maybe. I think I know. I have an idea. And we're going to get there. We're going to try to have more. If you guys think you need, we want to have it out there. If we need to have webinars that we go over processes and policies, we can do that for you guys. We can do something like every 2 weeks or every month. Or I can hop on this call with Barbara and we can go over some stuff and just extend the meeting by half an hour. But we want, just like I know it's going to be a common theme. Karen and Kathy, you very well said you want the new leadership team to be comfortable in their roles. They're not going to be comfortable in their roles if you're not.
It's true.
So you guys are going to have to be really specific. If you're like, Dave, we don't know how to do this, then you just have to tell. I've never been offended by a question. If I've answered it 5 times, I'm offended on it the 6th time. As a rule, I'm not offended by questions, because if somebody's asking a question, it's either I haven't explained it well or they haven't received the information in the way that they need it so that they understand it. So please don't hold back from asking your questions. And we're going to work with all the area directors, because the area directors have been in a similar role to you guys. They've kind of been thrown into these positions, and their giving hearts is what has carried them this far. We want to give them some authority and some actual regular knowledge of how BNI works so that we can accomplish more as a team. Jerry, you have anything different that you want to accomplish by October 1st?
Well, I want to feel more confident about what I'm doing as an ambassador, and I know that's going to take a little focus on my part, and I'm looking forward to actually feeling more like I know what I'm doing, because when I go, it's like sometimes I just they ask me questions and I always tell them, I'm just your voice. I'm here so that I can respond or find an answer for you. So there, Sykes and Synergy is really good about asking me questions, and Barbara's really good about help, answering right away. So just getting to feel a rhythm, and that I'm making a difference.
Excellent. The goal is to have your leadership team feel comfortable that they can ask you questions. Just like Barbara wants you comfortable to ask her, and I want you guys comfortable enough to ask me. That's what you want your leadership comfortable to ask you. If they didn't get it, you don't want them to keep trying to do it the wrong way. You want them to just ask you a question and get it done the right way as quickly as possible. I think this might be a good, as we go through this theme, that might be something that's good to throw into our little introduction. When we do these trainings, it might be good to address for maybe just a minute, like, hey, we understand all the hard work that goes into this. Here's our goal. We want you to be comfortable in this role and not feel like it's another job. We want you to feel like everything you do in leadership benefits your business. And if it's not, you need to let us know, because we need to help. And I think something like that might be, I don't think most leadership teams have felt that being in leadership has helped their business as much as it should have. So the people that make the most money in BNI should be your people that are on leadership, because they're in front of the chapter the most and they're leading. So we want to make sure they're doing it. Maybe not the most money, but getting the most referrals, good quality referrals. Who is the caller on the phone?
Selena.
Selena, do you have any thoughts about what you want to accomplish by?
I don't think she's where she can talk right now.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so we won't make her talk. Is there anything? So there's a lot that we need to change. You guys have seen there's a pyramid called Pure BNI, and I'm going to try to get that to Barbara so she can share it with you. It's a pyramid where on the bottom it has Pure BNI, and until we get to Pure BNI, it's really hard to have, like, visitor mindset, a structured mentor program, power of one culture. You basically have people to get what BNI is. Could any of you, in under 3 sentences, tell me what Pure BNI is? Because if you can, I'm going to write it down and steal it. I don't have one. It's really hard.
It is hard.
Yeah, I can tell you what Pure BNI Mid-America was, because I'm well versed in that. But it is a bit of a culture shift to understand, like, obviously it's the build relationships, it's all the core values. But the hard part that I'm finding is, one of the things I think is a struggle is we have chapters that have been making money. The members have been happy, and they were doing BNI Mid-America as best or as much as they could, or they thought they needed to. And here we are coming in. I don't want them. The tendency is to say you were doing it wrong. Let's please not do that. Let's please change it to, hey, here's something that you might want to try. It's something that we found has worked. Find it as, we never want to say that they did what they were doing was wrong, because they were doing what they were told. They were doing what they were told within reason. So all of this change should be more as building a better way to do things, but without implying that they weren't doing a good job. Because some of these leadership teams have gone through a lot in the past year, and they have not been given the direction. So I want to before we get to, I wouldn't want to stress out about all the little things. You're like, oh my goodness, the VP didn't put in an application the right way. Sure, that's a big deal. It affects the new member. I get it. If they do it 12 times wrong, it's a big deal. But I want to make sure that nobody feels like less of a person. All of these people are volunteers. Most of them have not been forced to be in leadership. I say most. A few of them have been coerced. I just want to make sure that we have a culture of we're there to help. We're there to correct, but not in a more in it. You know the difference? You had school teachers that corrected you because they enjoyed telling you were wrong, and then you had teachers that actually taught. We want to correct them with the purpose of teaching them the benefits of it, not just to tell them that they're not doing it right. The nice part is you all are good at that, and so I don't think we have any problem going forward. So don't worry too much about the semantics of stuff, except for know really well what you're teaching at Chapter Success Training. If you have to go over that training twice, go ahead. If you need Barbara or I to help you go over it, to answer some questions, feel free to ask. Anybody have any comments? Because I've got about 2 minutes left.
No, I just wanted to let you know that I really like the direction that we're taking this. I think we're going to be getting a lot more hands-on with you and with corporate, that we can all get on the same page. We all know what's happening. And I'm just excited to see what we're going to be doing in the future.
Good. Me too. I am pretty transparent. I've made it very clear to corporate, if they want me not to share something, they're going to have to tell me like 100 times. I just like sharing information with the team. Everybody should know what the expectations are and what we're doing. There should be no surprises in BNI.
And as far as training, I know that, and Dave, I just looked, the ambassador training is being constructed. It is not on BNI University yet. I know that we've always had questions. What is the ambassador's role? The ambassadors, we want to work with the new members, the visitor hosts, the mentoring, to get those new members a really, really good foundation. And there is a training being constructed. It's just not finished yet. And so
Their
we
goal
have,
is by October 1st, I just heard.
yeah, and we have been kind of flying by the seat of our pants on that whole process, because we didn't have anything.
So right now, as a default, for Jerry, who else is an ambassador on here?
Kathy.
Kathy, I would say if you have enough chapters that you have regular new people, or maybe somebody that's been in for 3 or 4 months, I'd schedule one-to-ones with those people and see what their experience is and try to help them with any questions that they have. I'd say that'd be an easy place to start, and that's not, I think that's a good place to start. Make sure the new people are getting what they need joining BNI.
We want to try to hold their hand and get them through the BNI University, because that has a lot of the basic knowledge to move forward with.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, so just to reiterate before I go, Barbara has assigned you your training. I'd say try to take it in the next week or two, and then take notes if you got any questions, and then take the opportunity to kind of practice what you'll be doing. And again, set up a schedule, give me a call, give Barbara a call. We'll be more than willing to help you guys if you want to practice. So I'm looking forward to the trainings. I think we have an opportunity we have an opportunity to give the chapters something really valuable, and I'm excited for where, come next spring, I'm excited for where we're going to be. I think chapters are going to be really excited with all the stuff that we're going to be doing to help them. So.
Yep. And those of you who are on the call, I did assign you in BNI University the training segments that you're going to be having hand in for the fall leadership or fall chapter success. I have to get the right terminology down. And I have emailed you your facilitation guides. So you should have everything in it. And Karen has asked for other trainings. If you guys want other trainings assigned to you after you do the ones you're going to be training on or helping with, let me know, and I'll be glad to assign those to you so you can go through them and see what they're like.
Well, thank you for your time.
I think that's a good idea.
If you want to go over some stuff, that's great, but I'm going to head out to another meeting, and Barbara, let me know if I have to set up any time and we can go over some stuff.
Okay.
Thank you, guys.
All right.
Thanks, Dave.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I just seen the email from Dan, the
I
preview.
just got on.
Okay,
Thanks.
guys, I'll stay on here for just a minute if you guys have any other questions. I know Dave has to go. I'm recording this so we could send it to the folks that weren't able to get on the call. But are there any questions that you guys have? I'm really excited about Dave's leadership. I think he's going to be really, really good for us.
I'm so excited too. He's so laid back but still all, very serious about his job. I love it.
Yes.
I'm glad to hear he got it.
Yeah, me too. I just seen the email that came out to us that is going to go out to the rest of the region a little bit later, probably tomorrow.
Well, I think I'm willing to do some extra trainings. I mean, anything that is about the basic goings on of the chapter, I want to know about.
Okay.
So I guess you've got me assigned to the Vice President and Membership Committee.
Yes.
That part of the training. But, sometimes we have questions about any part of it. And like he said, let's try to have an answer for them. But if we don't, that's okay. But, why not try to have an answer?
Exactly. Let's see. Jerry, were you able to go to the fall conferences, yay or nay? I can't remember if you said.
No, I did not. In the fall, or this year or last year?
This year, the one we're going to have in September.
Oh, yes.
Were you going to be able to go to Jonesboro and Sikeston, or you were only going to be able to go to Sikeston?
I think I can do both. I'll confirm that, but I think I can do both. So.
Okay. What I have done on the schedule, Karen can run with the 2 trainings that she has, but what we were talking about is putting 2 people in each room. So if you would just be in there as a support for Karen is going to do the mentor training and she's going to do the education coordinator training. And I think it would be good if you were in there to listen to that information and just be in there as an ambassador, because people are going to see you in the chapters.
Okay, that'll be great.
And then Kathy, I had
Karen,
you with. Oh, go ahead,
Karen,
Jerry.
if you need anything, you just let me know.
Hey,
if
I'm going
Karen
to be
needs anything, just let me know.
Yeah, Jerry, I'm actually going to be at Bluff City in a couple of weeks to visit you guys, so we can talk down there and we'll strategize.
Okay, we can do that. Okay.
Awesome.
And then
Absolutely.
Kathy, I have you, if you're able to go to Jonesboro, if not, just let me know. I have got approval to get the Airbnb. So Karen, everybody, I have a house big enough for all of us in Jonesboro. So the night before, so on September 11th, y'all are more than welcome to come down to Jonesboro, stay the night. Get up and go. We'll cook dinner. I got room and beds for everybody. So we'll have like a team building thing.
Cool, that'd be awesome.
That's awesome.
Jerry, you're welcome in on that as well. We're going to have the whole training team come to Jonesboro the night before, and then of course we'll go be in Sikeston the next day. But I think that would be kind of fun.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll let you know. I'll check my schedule and see what's going on.
Okay.
So that would be fun. Okay.
And then Kathy, I assigned you the stuff in BNI University for the vice president and the membership relations chair and the community builder and member engagement chair, because those are the trainings that you and I are going to work together on.
Okay.
And then I got Dustin Latchford out of Little Rock is going to come and help us. He and Greg, I got doing the visitor host and the secretary treasurer, and I got Megan with Dave doing the quality assurance and the president's training. So I think we got all of our people in the sections. I think I've distributed all the stuff. The thing is, it's got to get here, and we got to do it now.
Oh no.
I know, and y'all, I really am glad that Dave said that we're gonna have have some free and flexibility to go forth and do stuff, because I do really feel like we were kind of hampered before. So I'm excited about that fresh outlook, and I think my boyfriend can even tell a difference in me after this change.
Cool. So Barbara, just a quick question for the support director consultants and probably for the ambassadors. I know you're saying that you're getting the training for the ambassadors so they are getting more comfortable with their roles and everything. Are there going to be additional trainings for the support director consultants now that we've gotten our feet into it and we're seeing the different types of cultures as in each chapter and things like that? Will there be additional training down the road after we get past this new leadership training that's coming up?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, hands down, yes. We haven't formulated what we're going to do as far as what trainings, because I need you guys to tell me what it is you need, and then we're going to go from there, because moving to this pure BNI, there's things I've got to be trained on and get the information, because I can't very well tell you when I don't understand it. But it's going to be a learning process for all of us together until we've done this probably 2 years, because those people who've done 2-year memberships, I still have you, and Jason Dover's one of them, where they paid BNI Mid-America, and it's already been nearly a year since we had this transition. So we're going to have to quit using that as a crutch and to move forward. But the training, yes, it's going to be probably more in the form of webinars, phone calls, and hopefully we can get some good face-to-face time when we're traveling and all in one area. The thing that hurts us across all of the core region is BNI the Ozarks covers the most miles. Because you're talking from the closest chapter to the furthest chapter is 7.5-hour drive for Dave.
Yeah.
No other territories in the core regions, much less the United States, is like that, other than this midsection that we're in. So we are going to have to be a little bit more creative. And what we may do, if you guys are up for it, if there's something that you do really well and you have a handle on it, we may actually have you guys lead a little roundtable discussion or train the rest of us, which is our team, on it. So Karen, if there's something that you're doing really, really well and the chapters are getting it, you're presenting it well, we will have you kind of teach us and do the training for the rest of us. Same with Megan. If something does really well, same with Selena. If something goes really well for her, where she can kind of facilitate that little training. And they can be 30 minutes, they can be 15 minutes, it can be an hour, whatever we need to schedule, but we are going to do that. The thing is how often is too often, and what is going to work with our schedules. Is it going to be something once a month? I'm fixing to do another little 15-minute video segment today and then send it out to the chapters on just little stuff that's going to shift our culture.
Okay.
The one that I'm fixing to do next is the Gaines profile and
cool.
the one-to-one worksheet.
The biography sheet.
Yeah. So I'm going to do that either today or tomorrow. What time is it? It's, oh Lord, it's 4 o'clock.
I really think looking at all the chapters and stuff that I've visited, I really think that once we go through this new leadership training that we're getting ready to present to them, I think we're going to start seeing a culture shift automatically start taking place, because they're going to know exactly what is expected of them and how to do it, and the level of support, something that they haven't really seen, but they're going to get a taste of it at the fall conference. So I really
Yeah,
think we're going to start seeing that culture shift start automatically.
I think you're right. I've been saying that for a couple of weeks now, and I know Casey is up in Columbia. She's kind of the same way. Lord, October 1st cannot get here quick enough. For a number of different reasons. I think we've stayed in limbo too long, and we're starting to get out of it now.
Well, I think one of the things that is going on is that good old boy mentality.
Yes, and
This is how we've always done it.
in your chapter, God love them, but yeah, your chapter. I've been hearing some other stuff. I know Megan has sent me, not Megan Frank, but Megan Andrews sent me an email yesterday on some stuff. I don't, yeah. We got to get you guys on track. And it's, I know technology is a great thing, but we do not have to use technology. If we have we need to have those paper agendas, and we need to have that backup available.
Oh, you mean like what happened last week when we didn't have Greg, so we didn't have
Yeah, so that, and then Megan Andrews had sent me an email on something totally different with a membership committee, and which made me ask another question, and I'm like, oh my goodness. But we'll get there. We will. It's our timeline is our timeline, and nobody can dictate our timeline, because it's going to take work from all of us.
Yeah.
And I know, Selena, I know you're on the call and you're muted and you can't say anything, but let me tell you, I have communicated a lot with Stephen over the last couple of weeks, and you guys are in for some good stuff. I see some good stuff coming out of y'all's chapter, because he has already done more in BNI University than anybody in our territory. So he's like, I want this, I want that, and I'm like, I'll hang on, let me get down here and I'll assign that stuff to you. So he's really, really gonna step up, and he's gonna be a good leader for you guys, even though don't let you guys deter anybody from saying, hey, that member hasn't been here long enough, because Stephen is one of the newest members in Selena's Conway Name Droppers group, and he is going to be I can see him being a phenomenal president already, and he hasn't even done like the official training. I'm holding off assigning him the official training that he has to do, and he's doing a lot of the other stuff. So
actually, don't you find that people who are new to BNI and they get excited about it will help us get away from that good old boy mentality as well, because they're going to be more BNI focused instead of this is how we've always done it all these years.
Yes. I think that is like, okay, we have to embrace change. So
well, all of the new leadership in our chapter, they joined either at the time I did or after I did, and I joined in 2018.
Yeah, and I think
so. I'm still a baby. I don't even know what I'm doing.
Hey, it's okay. We're gonna learn this together.
We're all in the same boat.
That's right.
Exactly. But yeah, so the T3 training that we all went through, I heard nothing but good stuff about. I can't believe they were so dedicated that everybody stayed after the 2-day training, and then we had a team meeting. They could not get over that, so I appreciate y'all so much. I know that we did have some struggles when we did our teach backs and stuff like that, but they were very, very encouraged that well, like Dave said it, we have giving hearts, because if I didn't have a giving heart, I probably wouldn't have lasted in this position as long as I have if there weren't some changes, because it was getting, is like, I didn't sign up for this.
Mhm.
So, but I think we're on a good track now.
Me too.
Anyway, but that's all we had. I know Dave he has so many meetings and stuff, and he wanted to do this, and I feel bad that the others couldn't be on the call, but I did record it and I'll send it to them. But I'm gonna go ahead and get off here and finish the slates of leadership stuff for the home office, so they can start assigning those in BNI Connect.
Okay, one quick question before we disband.
Uh-huh.
Do you have everybody from all of our chapters? Do you have who their new leadership A is going to be, and also like who's going to be filling the mentor and education coordinator roles and things of that nature?
I finally have the top 3 of all chapters. I do not have any of the support roles.
Okay.
So I do need, I'm emailing those chapters right now, the new leaders, to see if they do have supporting roles like the visitor host, the mentor, the education. That's what I'm working on, and I am behind, and I have totally obliterated my deadline because they want them by Friday, and I can't get them by Friday.
Yeah.
I don't think, because
Well, for anything that
some
we can
chapters
do,
haven't met.
yeah. If there's something that we can do to help facilitate that, let us know. I know my own home chapter, we discussed it last week, so you should be getting something from Profit Masters about the supporting roles. And if there's anything we can do to help the other chapters along, I'll mention it, because I'm getting ready to do my chapter visits in the next 2 weeks. So I'll mention it to all the other chapters and see what we
Yeah,
can do.
if you can just, that's what we need. That's what our focus is for. I haven't done the assignments for August, kind of giving you what our focus is. That's what it's going to be. So it is looking for the support, reminding them when the fall chapter success conference is, or workshop. What is the new terminology that's better?
Chapter success training.
But it's not training, it's workshop.
It's workshops.
Oh, workshop.
Okay.
Sorry.
Workshop versus training versus seminar. It's all the same in my mind.
Versus conference.
Yeah.
Exactly. So Jonesboro is going to be our practice run, because we have 2 chapters. So it is going to be very small. So for the Karen, you may be training 2 mentor coordinators, and you may be training 2 education coordinators.
Cool. Be intimate.
That is
It'll be
it.
nice.
So up in Soxton will be a lot larger. You may have 6. So yeah, you may have 6 instead of 2. So our conferences are going to be a little bit little on the smaller side. Little Rock, I am helping Dustin do the training at his, and we may have 20 coordinators, 25 coordinators.
Wow.
That's
instead of-
later in the month, right?
It is, well, actually, no. Oh, snap. I just forgot we had to change the date. So crap. You guys will, your first one will be in Jonesboro. My first one will be in Little Rock on the 10th.
Oh, okay.
Ouch.
Yeah. So so when y'all get to Jonesboro and y'all see me and I don't have any hair, yeah.
We'll know why.
It's because Little Rock, had to put me under the bus. No, we've had venue issues in Little Rock, so it is now the 10th instead of the 19th. And I emailed all of my Conway chapters that change, but it is not changing because we have a contract for the venue now. So I don't know what Dustin is going to have me train on there, but yeah, that'll be fun.
It's
stuff.
all gonna come together.
It will. I'll get my stuff together in the next 30 days and I'll be ready. So anyway, Any other questions I can answer for you? Well, it's all ladies. No, none of the guys are on here anymore.
I was asked about being education coordinator for my chapter, and I really don't think I want to do that.
Okay.
But I don't. Megan said, well, that wasn't her place to ask you that. So apparently, whoever asked
Who asked you?
Allison.
Yeah, well, it's probably because I sent them an email and it should have gone to the new leaders, and that was my fault. So,
Gotcha. Well, good.
um,
Maybe that just is going to be a non-issue then.
yeah, it should have been the new leaders, and I'm actually going through and sending the new leaders the email for their slates or to work on their slates. I'll just have to take a slap on the wrist.
It's all good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, technically, I should have the 3 leaders done July 12th, and that was what, 3 weeks ago. So,
Yeah, but some of these chapters are still kind of, everybody's busy and everything, but I think they kind of just, okay, we need to get it done, but it's one of those last minute, oh, we got to hurry up and get it done now.
yeah. Yeah. So, next year, I think it will be a lot smoother because this is something a lot of chapters haven't seen. So yeah. Selena, I do want to talk to you when you do have time and you're where you can talk, to talk about Conway Elite, because I've put together a stack schedule for them, and I'm going to their meeting tomorrow because they are officially, I'm fixing to go in and drop Tim Donner, and that will leave them at 6 members. So we're going to do, there's not an official term for it, but we are going to do a relaunch with them. And yeah, so whenever you have time, give me a call. It doesn't have to be today, but we'll talk about that. So everybody else, I am signing off.
All right. Thanks, Barbara.
All right, thanks.
Later, Barbara. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.